Did you ever try to settle?
Yeah, of course. All I wanted to do was move on with my life.
Big mistake. Amber's recent interview makes Johnny reconsider his decision to settle with her. Amber Heard is set to give her first televised interview since losing her multi-million-dollar defamation battle against her ex-husband Johnny Depp this Friday. But from what we know of the interview thus far, it seems that Heard may have spoken too much too soon, landing herself in hot water once more and strengthening Johnny's position in a potential appeal case. But what did she say, and how will it affect her appeal and Johnny's settlement? Let's find out in this video. Amber Heard's sit-down with NBC's Savannah Guthrie, airing at 8 p.m. on June 17th, comes over 2 weeks after Depp emerged victorious in his defamation case against Heard after 3 days of deliberations by a jury, which also handed her a partial win in her countersuit. In a preview clip released Monday, Amber Heard took aim at the unfair verdict in the blockbuster lawsuit against Johnny Depp in the first tell-all interview. During her first interview since the defamation lawsuit, the 36-year-old actress clapped back at the hated vitriol she faced during the lawsuit. During her conversation with Savannah Guthrie for the Today Show, Heard said, "Even somebody who is sure I'm deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think this has been fair," said Heard. Weighing in on the verdict, Heard said, "I actually understand. He's a beloved character and people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor." Heard's rep also added in the statement, Johnny Depp's legal team blanketed the media for days after the verdict with numerous statements and interviews on television, and Depp himself did the same on social media. "We all know that last week a Virginia jury issued a crushing ruling against Amber Heard, determining she should owe Johnny Depp $15 million in damages for defaming him. Jurors ruled against Depp for one claim as well, deciding he should pay her $2 million. Fairfax County Judge Penny Askerit cut the amount Heard would owe to $10.35 million, citing Virginia laws limiting punitive damages in defamation cases. But Heard's lawyer Elaine Bredehoff told NBC Today Show host Savannah Guthrie that her client simply couldn't afford to pay that much to Depp. On Wednesday, Johnny Depp's attorney Benjamin Chu suggested that Amber Heard may not have to pay the money after all. Asked by Good Morning America host George Stephanopoulos whether Depp would agree to a settlement where Heard agrees not to appeal the case in return for Depp waiving any monetary damages, Chu hinted it was on the table. "We obviously can't disclose any attorney-client communications, but as Mr. Depp testified, and as we both made clear in our respective closings, this was never about money for Mr. Depp," Chu said. "This was about restoring his reputation, and he's done that." After the jury delivered its verdict earlier this month, Judge Askerit said she wouldn't issue an order reflecting the jury verdict until June 24th, giving Depp and Heard a little more than 2 more weeks to come to an agreement about the future of the case. Depp and Heard may agree to a settlement before then, in which case Askerit might sign off on it rather than issue the jury verdict against both Heard and Depp. The settlement agreement could include waiving the damages so long as Heard doesn't appeal any part of the case. The parties might also agree to remove some of the defamation claims from the verdict or reduce or eliminate the damages they owe each other. Even though Heard's full interview is not out yet, we have an idea of where Amber stands on the case and how she feels regarding the verdict. Her stance on jury might land her in big trouble. During the snippets, we see Amber constantly discrediting the jury by claiming their decision was biased and manipulated by the social media smear campaign against her. This is not a good strategy because she keeps weakening her case for an appeal by angering the judge with statements like these, and a settlement with Johnny Depp is her only way out since she can't afford to pay the $10 million she owes to Depp. This interview might be the final nail in her coffin because it might end up putting her in a place where she has no chance to win the appeal, and Johnny might retract his settlement offer as well. It's surely a lose-lose for the Aquaman starlet. Social media had their say in this as well. This user tweeted, "Amber speculates the jurors loved Johnny so much that they gave him a pass. She fails to consider the more obvious explanation that the jury found her not credible due to the inconsistencies in her story and her unconvincing performance on the witness stand. Amber Heard before the trial. I hope when the case concludes, I can move on, and so can Johnny. AH lost the case and is not willing to move on. Gives TV interview blaming Johnny Depp's popularity, the jury, social media, said another person. That's all we have time for in the video today. What do you guys think? Has Amber dug her own grave with this interview? Leave your opinions down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe.